The Ohio State Buckeyes walk into Seattle, take the second longest home winning streak in college football, and snap that thing in half. Final score, Ohio State 24, Washington 6. If I'm Ohio State, I'm coming away from this game, I'm saying, man, what a rep. I'll tell you what I mean right now. Before we do that, though, if you're an Ohio State fan, make sure you're subscribed to the On3 YouTube channel. College football, nothing but college football year round. If you want us to talk about other teams, not just the Buckeyes, good news for you. We do that. It's college football year round. Appreciate you being subscribed. Appreciate you being dialed in. Let's go back to what I just said, though. What a rep for Ohio State. Because I think there's some people that will just look at the box score and see the game flow and say, hey, Washington was kind of in that thing in the third and fourth quarter, weren't they? Yeah, kind of not really. It never really felt to me like Ohio State was ever going to lose that football game. To me, they always felt like they were in control. But when I say what a rep for Ohio State, here's what I mean. You just played against a team who I think is a lot better than the AP poll was recognizing. The AP poll is ridiculous, so that's one part of this. Played against a good Big Ten roster, a good quarterback, a well-coached team at their place with the second longest home winning streak in college football, got a win, and didn't have to do too much to get it. Like, to me, this is all about what Ohio State's going to be when they play Penn State in November. Yeah, we'll talk about the Illinois game here in a second, but this is all about Ohio State building to play their best football in November, obviously at the end of November, and then into the college football playoff, and doing some damage in the month of January. That's what it's about for Ohio State. And so in this spot now, this was all about having some resistance. Resistance is what builds muscle. Building muscle makes you stronger. Pretty straightforward here. Ohio State being able to play the brand of ball they played, relatively simple, right? I know they're not scoring 40, but if you won that game 74-7, that doesn't make you stronger. It looks good, and I'm sure that Ohio State probably would have liked to win that game 74-7 on a perfect world. Probably a lot easier on the, on the nerves, if you will, within the game. But again, I was never nervous watching that game when I was seeing Ohio State kind of control that game. What Ohio State's done, formula-wise, is play great defense, run the ball, efficient passing game, get the ball to Jeremiah Smith. Check, 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 and check. Julian saying 22 of 28, 2 touchdowns, no picks against an aggressive Washington defense. That stat line, sort of unassuming relative to the total yards, but to be as efficient as he was and not put the ball in harm's way in that atmosphere, I was really impressed by Julian saying. And Jeremiah Smith, again, 8 catches, 81 yards, that touchdown where he's just on a freaking tear, barreling downhill. I mean, anyone that wants to get in the way of that guy, good luck to you. I love the way they prioritized Jeremiah Smith in that game yesterday. Now, is it what it's going to be right now offensively when it comes to the month of November and what is two very different things? I understand that. But the exciting thing is you get to ask the question, okay, what can we build off of this? Because the floor is super high for Ohio State. Given the talent level, given the line of scrimmage, given the defense, given what they have at receiver with Jeremiah Smith, given what they have at quarterback and Julian saying, they can win a lot of games just doing what they did yesterday. But the, again, exciting question is, well, what can we evolve to in November? When we go to Illinois, October 11th, what can we evolve to? Because once Julian Sayin gets to totally cut it loose, and there will be a point now where they ask him to cut it loose, mark my words, that's where Ohio State becomes unstoppable is a hyperbolic term, but I think that's where Ohio State gets really, really tough to freaking beat. And they're tough to beat right now. But when they can go score in the 30s and 40s against good competition, which they're better for now after that game against Washington than they were before, they're going to be even more difficult to beat than they already are right now. So here's what I took away from yesterday's game. It's hard for me to watch Ohio State and not think about that last game of the season while watching them. Because, again, I never really felt like Ohio State was ever going to lose to Washington. But we go back to getting a rep for Ohio State in this spot against Washington. And the style of game that they won against Texas and the style of game they won yesterday against Washington, very similar to the style of game they might need to play to beat Michigan, specifically yesterday. Road game. Last time I checked, that game's in Ann Arbor this year. Okay, so hostile environment. Against a mobile quarterback. DeMond Williams, Bryce Underwood, different kind of players, but still, you have to account for the legs of your quarterback, have to account for the ad-libbing, have to account for tackling the open space. All that is true. Okay, great. Check. Rep at that. Great running back. Jonah Coleman's one of the best backs in college football. Period. The end. Looked good against him yesterday, enough to hold him to 6 points. Okay, great wide receiver 1 in Denzel Boston yesterday. I mean, is Michigan going to have the depth at wide receiver that Washington has? I don't think so, but they got Donovan McCulley, Again, true wide receiver one, good rep there. So my point in all this is Ohio State more prepped for the rest of their schedule because of a game like this, for sure. But I think that they're more prepped for the game against Michigan because of a win like this. I would not be shocked in the slightest if we fast forward the tape to November and it is the third quarter in Ann Arbor and it's 14-6 Ohio State. They got to find a way to play good defense and ground it out and all those things and win a low-scoring game. That might be what it is for Ohio State in that spot. And if you win that game in that spot, okay, now, Ohio State won the national championship last year with still losing that game. I don't think Ohio State fans need to be told that, but just so it's said out loud, Ohio State, I think, is better positioned to win that game here going forward because of a spot like this, and overall better position for the game at Illinois and at Penn State because of a game like this as well. All right, good resistance training. Ohio State getting it done in Seattle, not an easy place to play for your first-year starting quarterback and his true first test on the road. Passed it. That's all you can ask for coming out of September, is passing all your tests undefeated and playing a simple brand of football that's going to translate here going forward for the Buckeyes. So, Ohio State fans, 1, subscribe to the channel. 2, follow me on the socials, Instagram, Twitter, at PicKell. 3, and get in the comment section or get at me on the socials and let me know your thoughts on this game and how you feel about your Buckeyes heading out of this game. I still think they're the best team in college football. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Caden Smith on the 1s and 2s. We will keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time.